Hey, everybody. It's time to swing with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. In the day family, we got my boy, Dr. Umar Johnson up. All right, look, Dr. Umar Johnson said, listen, uh, black women, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't the black man they want. All right, it's just, they think they should just be able to, get things from them. All right. The smart guy said the men need to stand up and lead now. All right. Look, without further ado, family, let's get into it. We starting off with Dr. Umar Johnson, fellas.
To talk to you about black love.
Yes.
I feel like there is a war between black men and black women.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of the dilemmas that get sent in from my listeners talk about, it's about women talking about struggling to find a man, struggling to date,
to find what kind of
to
man?
find a black man.
What kind of black man?
What do you mean? What kind of black man?
What kind of black man? Struggling to find what kind of black man?
Okay, let's talk about it.
Black men all in Australia.
No. We have.
So what kind of black men are you struggling to find? Are you struggling to find a millionaire? Are you struggling to find somebody who's 6'3" with a six-pack stomach?
No.
Are you struggling to find someone who can finance a European expensive materialistic lifestyle?
No.
What kind of black man are you struggling to find?
Let's talk about the culture in Australia versus the culture in America.
It
is quite different. It is.
It's not.
It is. I think now we're being more influenced.
One of the biggest mistakes that I find in the diaspora is we swear we're so randomly different. As probably the most traveled African in the Western Hemisphere, we're not that significantly different.
No.
Fair use, family. Fair use.
But we
there
are.
Might be something new. No, we're not.
I don't think black women. Okay, let's talk about it, because I'm getting dilemmas where women are talking about they're successful, they're in their careers, and they're looking for a decent guy. They're not asking for a man to earn triple the amount that he's earning.
What is decent? Give me 3 criteria for decent. I'm a psychologist. You must define the term. Give me 3 criteria for decent.
So he's emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
Assuming she is as well.
Continue. He is a provider. So he's able to, or he has a decent job. They are on the same.
What is a decent job? Define the term.
He makes an amount that is in the same tax bracket as the woman. Let's just say that. The same tax bracket.
Okay.
Emotionally
Financial
intelligent.
equity.
Yes.
Okay.
I would just say he's a provider, he's nurturing, and he cares to build a family with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the question?
And the question is, women are struggling to find men that they can date.
Okay. Couple things. Number 1, black women cannot, shall not, should not expect a black man to be able to provide them with the same type of a lifestyle that a Caucasian can provide for the white female, because the Caucasian benefits from white privilege, the black man suffers from white racism. So no sister should be looking for a European equivalent or an African equivalent of a European. A black man has to work twice as hard to get half as much. So although I can appreciate the financial equity, but if you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer as an African woman in Australia or America or the UK or Toronto or Johannesburg, looking for a black man who has financial equity with your type of career success, that's going to be difficult. You might got to tone it down a little bit. What I find as a therapist who works with couples, married, divorced, and otherwise, too often black women prioritize a man's income over his masculinity, meaning he can provide. He's willing to help with those children. He will nurture you, look out for you, but he might not be able to put you in a Mercedes. He might not be able to help you with that $1 million mortgage. And I've seen black women turn down good men, very good men, because he didn't have the economics, but he had everything else. Sisters need to be careful not to fall into this European narrative of judging men primarily by how much they make.
I can agree with that. I think that these are 2 extreme scenarios here, because I think if a man we're talking about financial equity, if he is making enough to build a household with you, to be a leader in the household, I think women are okay with that. I think that's not what they're getting. I think they're getting the other end of the.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with these ladies. He got to be making enough to be a leader. I mean, either he a leader or he not. Why you with somebody who can't lead?
spectrum. That's what we're hearing. You know
Would
what I
you
mean?
have a problem if you met a man who made half of what you made or a third of what you made, but he had a financial vision of an empire, a business, some sort of an entrepreneurial undertaking?
See, I think that's
Stay with
dangerous.
me.
I
Stay
think
with me.
that's
Let me
dangerous.
finish it, and then I want you to respond. And he needed you to help invest in his dream. And he gave you a definitive timeline. He said, give me 12 months or 24, no more than that. If you invest in me, I promise you what I'm going to build will equal where you are. Would you have a problem investing in him?
What does investing in him mean?
Let's say he needed $700 a month to help fuel this dream. He needed $700 for 24 months. Could you do it? You're reluctant.
I
Tell
am
me why you're
reluctant. I am
Tell me why.
reluctant because what's the guarantee?
There is no guarantees in love. There is no guarantees in romance.
And
If
also,
you need a guarantee,
I think
you can't get in it.
context matters. How long
I
have
agree.
we been together?
I agree.
You know, if it's just a guy that I met last year and all of a sudden he has these dreams and
No,
he
y'all
wants me
been
to
dating
fund
for
it.
about 2 years. You like him. There might even be some love there. And he's saying
There might be
invest
some
in
love
me.
there is crazy. There has to be some love there.
Let's say there
There
is.
has to be a future there. And I think that's what I'm saying. Context matters. If I see myself
See, it wouldn't have to be all of that for something for her. It wouldn't need to be all of that for something for her. You understand? But for something for you, you see how it always depends on all of this stuff. It's the same thing. The men arguing for the loyalty. Ladies arguing for the provision. The men saying, if you want my provision, you're going to give me your loyalty. No, not how much of it you want to give me. And you see how she arguing to be able to give you about as much of her loyalty as she feel like giving you. All right? She think your allegiance supposed to go to her. She give you what she feel like giving you. She cute.
with
But
this
you didn't
man.
answer the question. Let's say
Yeah.
all those things are there. Will you financially invest in him? Be honest, my queen. They already answered for you. They said hell to the nizzo.
Yeah. Look.
Why not, though? Why do you have a problem with that? Given the atmosphere of racism and economic oppression that black men suffer in Australia, why would you have a
But what
problem
are black
investing
men
in your
subject
king?
to that women are not? We're
Say that
going through
again.
the same thing.
True, but it operates differently. The racism against black men is significantly more aggressive than the racism against black women. Now, I don't want to get into an oppression Olympics because I agree with you. We all suffer and we suffer together. But a man's primary responsibility is to be a provider. And we don't feel adequate as men when we can't provide. So your king, who you love, who you've been dating for 2 or 3 years, is saying, baby, invest in me for these 18 to 24 months. And I promise you, I will cross that finish line.
He beating a dead horse, fellas. He beating a dead horse. See, they don't understand why we can't value what they do. You see why? She just told you why. We can't use it. Why do you want us to value something we can't use? See, you value it from us because you expected to be able to use it. We're not expected to be able to use the things you do, but you want it to be valued the same as the things we do. And we saying, hell no. Hell no. I make my money to take care of the family. All right? Meaning, if it's a woman here, her too. That's not why she making her money when she here, to take care of the family. That's not why she doing it. But she still want me to value it like she paid a mortgage. And I'm telling you, it's all rooted in her being able to go back and forth with you about everything. Her getting to run around like, you know, she the boss and she running things. And it gotta be her way. No.
Is still reluctant.
I'm
Why?
reluctant. I'm reluctant. As my husband, if we were married and something like that happened, of course, I would be open to doing that.
But would you be open to even marrying him if he was not the provider you needed him to be? He's saying, help me level up so I might can become the person you want to marry. He's asking you to help him level up.
I think
Let me tell you why you're reluctant. And I don't have a problem with your reluctance, but I want to explain something.
Okay.
And I want all my young sisters to hear me. A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential, and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire, and the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to, stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny done snatched him already.
I disagree. And I think that I'm basing it on case studies I've seen.
Bro, if you think she gonna agree with anything that make her take some accountability, you out of your mind. She not about to do it. She gonna tap dance, she gonna break dance, she gonna beatbox. She not taking no accountability. All right, listen, she understand exactly what this brother is saying, and Dr. Umar Johnson is right. But you beating a dead horse. She don't believe she should have to help build a man. She should think the man should come already built. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. The man that's coming already built, he ain't tolerating none of that shit. None of that what you got. All right, but she think he should take what she got instead of what he want. See, she don't get that he wants something too. And she think being a pretty girl should be enough. That's why you see her entitlement. She fully expecting not to have to do nothing. Nothing. You can't expect nothing of her. You can't believe in her, and she don't understand it. A man can't come and believe in you, baby girl. He just can't. He will be out of his mind. Your unwavering loyalty is to your feelings, and they always change. And until you can change that, and have that unwavering loyalty for me, not the sisterhood, not your homegirls. The minute you start bringing that up, no. See, because we men, and we work hard. We work hard because we dedicated to the family. You're going to, goddamn it, be dedicated to it too.
I know black women. I'm friends with black women. You know, when I see the dating issues that happen, sorry, the mic.
No, we good. Go ahead. We good.
It's never that. It's never that they don't want to invest. It's actually the opposite. Black women are willing to be in relationships with men that are still leveling up, that are still working their way up. And then
yet you were reluctant. So why are they different from you?
Well, maybe because I've been through that, and now I'm not trying to do that right now. Do you know what I mean? I've been through a relationship where I have supported someone, and it went really badly for me. You know what I mean? So for me now, I don't need to coddle a man. And
bro, you see what I'm saying? They always take it to the extreme. He ain't say nothing about taking care of the man. She took it till she was taking care of some bum ass dude. All right, that's not what Dr. Umar Johnson just said. But you see where she had to bring it to try to make the point? Bro, listen, just because a man not a millionaire, don't mean he's a goddamn bum. You ladies need to get real.
Be there, and I've worked my way up the same way.
Investing in a man is not coddling.
I don't think you need to invest. I don't think it's necessary in that way.
Because
why is it only financial investment? Why is it only financial investment?
Well, no, that's what he's asking for, because at the end of the day, you just said yourself, financial equity is a major concern for women.
Because that's what he need. He asking for what he need. Like when you was woman and he your man and you need something, you ask your man for what you need. And you talking about why it gotta be money. It gotta be money because that's what the hell he need. If he need money, he can't come and ask you to go and get a loaf of bread.
So it has to be financial equity or investment because that's what a lot of women are looking for from their men. Y'all want economic parity, and I don't have a problem with y'all wanting economic parity. I'm simply saying with the obstacles facing black men in Australia, the US, or any other white society, it comes with a lot of obstacles for us to get there, and it's unrealistic to expect me to be where you are when you are not considered the threat that I am.
Sorry, I need to process this because I think
Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
King Kong is here.
Fellas, she need a second to get her mind right so she could duck the accountability. He was coming at her too hard. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Dr. Umar Johnson is pressure. Now, listen, I don't agree with everything he say, but right now he on point. He on point, and that's all that matters. Fellas, we don't mind shouldering the load, but some of the brothers can't. They can't shoulder the whole load. He still can lead. He still can lead just like any other man, and he's supposed to lead because he was designed to lead, and you was not. You was designed to follow, but you insist on breaking the natural order of things. Why do you ladies insist on breaking the natural order of things? You unruly. Y'all a bunch of rebels. Y'all need to rethink this shit. Y'all losing.
I don't know. I disagree. I just think that black women are willing to hold it down for the man. I feel like we're always there supporting them, and I think that if anything, black women get the short end of the stick. We don't.
A lot of times y'all do.
We do. So
And
how
I'll
are
give
you?
No, support ain't how you feel like it. Support ain't what you think it should be. Support is whatever the support is. Because when you need him to support you, you ain't going to give a damn what that support is. You're going to expect him to be there. And it's a damn shame that you're sitting here telling him that he can't expect that from you. But you still expect him to believe in you. How? Tell me how that worked, ladies. We should believe in you because you said it. You get the fuck out of here. You'll stay your ass in the street.
3 short sticks that y'all tend to get. Number 1, black men need to stop telling y'all they're monogamous if they're polygynous. Too many black women are being manipulated into plural relationships that they didn't sign up with because of disingenuous men. Okay? I'm going to have 2 wives. Dr. Umar going to have 2 queens. If you don't like it, don't flirt with me. Leave it there. But I'm going to have 2. I'm going to be honest, right? Men have to stop manipulating women who looking for monogamy into polygamy. It's not right. You got a wife over here. You got a baby mama over here. You should have been honest up front. That's number 1. Number 2, black men have to stop holding women on an emotional leash, giving her the belief that you may one day commit, knowing damn well you don't want her. Let her go, but you won't let her go because your ego can't stand to see something you throw away get picked out the trash by another man and turned into a jewel. We are wasting too much of y'all time by dragging y'all along emotionally. And that.
So I'm saying, I don't know about all that. I don't really know about all of that. All right? Because I don't really see men dragging women around. I know that's what they say. But men don't be dragging them around. You can't get rid of them. Fellas, you know you can't get rid of them. All right? And then when everything goes south, they victims. You was dragging her around because you come and do stuff like this instead of just holding her accountable. Wasn't nobody dragging her around. That's where she wanted to be. All right? Don't forget he was cute. When you're talking about he was dragging her around, and she ain't let that ugly dude come and do that. when he ain't had nothing and she was taking care of him? I guess you think she was taking care of some ugly dude. No, no, no. Hold her accountable.
That's not good because black women have a biological clock. Y'all have a tick-tock on how long y'all can have babies. And because of that, we shouldn't be wasting time with y'all. If we're not serious, we should let y'all go.
Yeah, and
number three,
let me add to that.
We got to stop putting our hands on our women. Too much domestic abuse, too much domestic violence. Too many black children are watching their mothers get abused by their fathers, and it's creating intergenerational trauma. So yes, there's a lot we need to do better for y'all. And I'm here to...
See, this when he goes south with me. This when he goes south with me. All right, because he talking like that shit just running rampant, and it's not. That's not the average household. Okay, that's not even nowhere near going on in most households. But you keep trying to turn them into special victims so they won't have to take no accountability. Man, this shit start getting on my nerves, fellas. That's why they won't stop, because he keep doing stuff like this.
Apologize to all my sisters in Australia for any black man that has done you wrong, because we need to level up in ways other than money that money can't fix for us. So I'm with you, Queen.
Absolutely.
We need to become better men, but we need y'all to be a little bit more sensitive to the economic challenges that black men face. Me, I don't have that issue.
See, he could say we need to be better men, but he couldn't say they need to be better women, could he? Could he? Why you think I build a men's channel, fellas? Why you think I build a men's channel? He couldn't say y'all need to be better women. He had to give them props and just tell us we had to be better men. Let me tell you why. They support him. They hold him up. He can't say what's really going on. He got to say what they like. And he going to get the hell off my channel.
Or wise aspect of, or conscious aspect of life. I mean, by accident, man, I was in prison. I was in Southport box. I was in solitary confinement.
What is that?
Southport box. It's like the whole, like when you use the jail inside the jail. So, I cut two people.
My bad, fellas. Earlier when I got it, listen, fellas, I had two of them in my email, and this was the one I thought I downloaded, and it wasn't the whole video from earlier. That was only a 10-minute video, and that's why I kept like, what the hell? I know it ain't over. This the whole video right here, fellas. This what I was trying to bring y'all earlier. My bad, fellas. Blame it on the brain, not the heart. I be moving.
People, and I'm doing 2 years in the box, 24-hour lockdown, and I'm giving up on life right at this point. My whole life, mother was a drug addict, father wasn't there, homeless, in and out of the system. So by the time I got to prison, the devil beat me, right? Like the devil just flat out beat me, and I gave up. And I said, when I get out the hole this time, as soon as I get my hand on a knife, I'm gonna
fair use, family. Fair use.
stab a police officer. They're gonna either kill me or give me life in prison, and that was it. So, God came to visit me in that cell, and it felt like I almost died in that cell and was kind of like reborn. And my life just became clear, like purposeful, right? Like everything I went through with my mother. I was molested by my mother. Father wasn't there. Mother was a drug addict. So everything that I went through in the early part of my life, it made sense. And God kind of gave me like this revelation of seeing like, okay, well, you're strong here, you're smart here, you're creative here. This is who you are, and this is what you're gonna do. And then from prison, I started cultivating a plan to strengthen my family, put myself in a better position mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and that's what it was. It was tough, right? Like I got a song I'm working on now called "Motherless Child." Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. No support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different pussy, C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me. Every other week, you got a new man in the house. You got the nerve to point to him like he the man of the house. And they all wanted me to call him dad. They all wanted me to call him dad. I grew up confused. I got beat until I was black and blue. And you wonder why I'm in school acting a fool, cutting class, picking fights, couldn't follow the rules. Free lunch won't cut it. I'm still hungry. I need food. Hooked up with Daryl, selling weed now, mama. I'm making moves. Yeah, mama, I'm making moves. You put a pins warming out, left me in the system. Plus, you ain't called back. They ain't love what you call that. If you ain't want a son, mama, shit. Should have left me in that ball sack. Two sides to the story. But I ain't having it. Too many demons inside I got to battle with, and fuck whoever trying to play devil's advocate. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand how real this is. I was just a kid, 5. Had to look my mama in the eye. Half sleep, half high. And you wonder why I'm outside smoking weed, pistol in my pocket, throwing up gang signs. You a junkie, mama. How you gonna demand respect? I guess you beat me because I look like the man that left. I spit an image of my daddy, huh? That's why you slap me? Can nothing please you? You ain't never happy. Straight A's on report cards getting ripped. Christmas, birthdays, I ain't get shit. Every man I see you with, call you bitch. This is what I deal with. Yeah, this is what I deal. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. It feels like God cursed me and my brothers, because all I do is suffer, and the pain came from my mother. A rose won't grow from this concrete. Roots getting pulled out, petals getting stepped on. You came home high, beat me half to death. You said that I slept wrong. Bloody tampons, empty bottles of liquor, cracked valves on the same bed I slept on. How the fuck could I sleep wrong? You got me laying on a bed I could barely even sleep on. So, you know, that was the life, right? As a child, I was very dysfunctional early, and I going through demons and everything. I mean, it was a lot of rage, a lot of.
That was a lot, wasn't it, fellas? J. Montreal, salute my brother. Colton, salute my brother. Tay, salute my brother. Tay said, and he still love his mama. Shaking my head. Hey, bro, sometimes we can't help where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes can't help who you love. You know what I mean? But that was a lot, wasn't it, fellas? It's like, you know what I mean? It's the brother struggle, and I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, how he brought the diamond out of the rough.
Anger. So when I got to prison, I couldn't run from myself. I couldn't hide in the blunt. I couldn't hide in the bottle. I couldn't, I was a playboy. I couldn't hide in the pussy, right? There was no more windows to look out. I had to look into the mirror, and I looked in the self. And then it was like this self-realization that happened because of all that pain and trauma. So when I got the call sheet and it was like talking about, father not being there, a lot of times we talk about, deadbeat daddies, but it's a lot of deadbeat mommies out here too as well. And I was blessed to have both.
Are you close to your mom right now?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, listen, I think people, I had to learn to forgive, let go, and love from a distance. So I can say, fuck my mother, but I'm not affected by it. And a lot of times I feel like the victim gives the victimizer power over closure. And I spent a long time in life waiting for that closure, waiting for mommy to be like, I'm sorry, and I spent a small portion of life trying to find the love I never got from my mother in a woman. And then I had to realize that a woman can't give you a mother's love. A woman can give you a woman's love, just as powerful and sometimes even more powerful if you didn't have a mother to give you love. So I had to realize that, separate the two, forgive my mother, love her from a distance, and take the power of closure out of her hands, put it in the hands of God, and that's where my healing and closure came from. Yeah.
Do you think, all right, if somebody said, Smart, what's your ideology or definition of forgiveness? How would you define forgiving?
See, I gotta break shit up, right? I like words, right?
Etymology.
So it's not for me, it's for you. It's for you, victimizer. And I'm giving the energy back. You can hold that. And I'm free and I'm moving on. I'm letting it go. And a lot of times you know, we have to learn how to let go of shit. I had to learn. My mother's evil. Now, if you have a good mother, appreciate her. We're not mommy bashing over here. But the reality for me, you know, my mom's had demons that she never got over. And sometimes children pay for the sins of their parents. And I paid for those things. And I paid with pain, blood. I could have lost my life. So, and I remember having a conversation. I spit in my own mother's face. I remember having a conversation with her, ready to kill my mother after years and years and years of saying, you ain't even gonna say sorry.
That's deep, bro. That's deep, bro. You know why? You know why I say it's deep? Because I know I couldn't imagine me. Yo, that's so completely different to the way my mama treated me. You understand where I'm coming from, fellas? And it's one of those things like, you know, a dude tell me he spit in his mama face and and I think he lost his mind, and then you hear that story and then you say, bro, that's I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because in the I mean, bro, imagine being 5 years old and growing up in a grown man and still can remember vividly your mama tried to take your life on several different occasions just for ordinary, regular ass reasons. Not nothing special. She just didn't want you. You feel me? Like, listen, my pain not that, but I got my pain too, like you got yours. You understand? You see what he did with his? That's what we meant. We soak up the pain, we accept it in silence, and we move on. You understand? Because we can't sit around whining and complaining. All right? We got to go get it done.
You making excuses. You locked me in closets to go out and get high. I forgot I was in there. And I figured out how to get out the closet. And then when you came home, you beat me within the inch of my life. Like, why you out the what? Like, man, listen, I'm not gonna, you know. So how I feel about forgiveness is that energy is for the victimizer, and the victim needs to give that energy back and let it and just leave it there and move on. You know, because if you keep trying to forgive or wait for the person to say sorry or conjure up the strength to be strong enough to say I forgive you, that's too much, man. I ain't doing all that. Fuck you. I'm keeping it moving, and then I'm gonna forget you. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's like an animal. You ever see a beast in the jungle? If you capture a beast in the jungle and you tie it to a tree and it's and you leave it there and you drive away, you know what's gonna happen to the beast? That shit gonna die. It's gonna get tired. It's
But like, I asked you because I think that, and this is my perspective.
For sure.
You feel me? Forgiveness is not for them; it's for both.
Okay.
Right? It's just a simple concept. Right?
Okay.
But I think that the best thing to do when you forgive somebody, and I actually said this before on the table, because I had a lot of similar pain, different shit.
Bro, you can't think what the best thing to do is because, bro, a person gotta forgive somebody the way they forgive somebody, not the hell the way you forgive somebody. I mean, I just think that was an idiotic question. And you know, you about to make a crazy response like he should do it the way you done it or something.
But same ball game, right? And it ate me alive from the inside out, right? So one thing that they told me was forgiving realistically is to be able to live as if it never happened to you. So if I could hold on to that pain, even though I might say "fuck you," I forgot. Like, I could push it to the side. But if I still got a pain inside me from what happened, I'm not completely forgiving the situation. I could forgive the person, but I ain't forgive the situation. I ain't forgive my traumas. I ain't forgive what I dealt with or anything. Right? That means there's still, some part of me that I got to work that part out. Right? And it's not easy. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, I'm just speaking on me.
For sure.
Eventually, I did it. But I think there's a beauty, though, in the adversity for those that survive. right?
But I want to add something too, and this is what I had to learn, right? Because I got two of my little brothers, right? I got 8 brothers, right? Everybody's pain threshold is different. Right? Everybody's solution is going to be tailor made to the individual, right? Some people might have to Gandhi, Kumbaya, Mother Teresa, forgive, right? Some people going to have to say, "Fuck you, I'm a chainsaw, brush your teeth with a chainsaw." And give you the pain you gave. Everybody's pain threshold is different. Everybody, you know, some people need redemption, some people need revenge, some people need closure. Listen, for me, I had to leave that shit alone.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, and you know,
Yeah, bro, you gotta handle it the way you handle it. You can't suggest the way nobody else handle it and come handle it a different. Listen, bro.
so I'm an advocate for finding your solution. I'm an advocate for understanding your medicine. And then once you identify what is suitable for you, then you put that in motion. Self-reliance is a virtue. God blesses the child that has his own. And then there's an unapologetic healing that takes place. I'm not here to heal for you. I'm not here to heal for you. And I think people make that mistake. Women, men, especially in our culture. I'm here to heal for you. Well, you're not healed, and you need, man, listen, man, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't heal for you, though.
Did you think you healed for somebody else?
I healed for myself, bro. Listen, what you drink don't make me pee. You see? What I eat don't make you shit. Tonight, when I leave here, I'm going to the studio. I'm going to eat some lamb chops. I'm probably going to watch something on Amazon. I've been up for like 3 days. I'm going to lay in my nice California king-size bed. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to snore. I'm going to snore. I'm going to have a dream. If I have a dream, it's going to probably be some Ethiopian model girls giving me blowjobs. And then that's it. I'm going to drift off, man.
Shout out to our Habesha sisters.
Yeah. BJ's in Wakanda tonight for me, man.
How do you think that your story transforms to like your siblings?
Oh man, listen, they feeding off it, man. You know, it's the strength. But again, everybody's pain threshold is different, and I learned this from my brothers. 'Cause I got a baby brother that, you know, I've done things for him, and I gave him access to resources that if I would have had access to, man, I would have skyrocketed. And he didn't. And I'd be like, man, you fucking pussy. I'd be on, big bro, right? And I had to realize that, wait a minute. For some, a broken nail feels like a broken finger. And then a broken finger for some feels like a broken spine. And then for some, a broken spine feels like a broken nail. I'm the broken spine, broken nail kind of a guy, right? My little brother is not, so I can't judge him there, right? So I have to be patient, which I am now, and then I have to meet him where he's at in terms of pain threshold, and then search my knowledge base because it's extensive, and then give him the medicine relevant to him. So my brothers, they benefit from my wisdom and my application of it to them. Not for me, because we're different, which is good. I love all of them. You know, they're individuals. You know what I mean?
Have the same mother?
No.
Quick
was my next
question.
question.
So, you said your father wasn't there. Also, do you have the same level of disdain for your father, who was actively
No,
the same level of disdain for your father? Who
I don't, because I left something out, and you kind of reminded me, right? A lot of black women are not held accountable for the brainwashing they do to their children, and they turn these little black boys against their daddy. And really, their mama ain't shit. And then the father is trying, jumping through hula hoops. My grandfather on his deathbed told me things that I didn't even know. My grandmother's family didn't even want my grandfather to be with my grandmother. My grandfather, Pop, he died, before my grandmother. My grandfather bent over backwards, worked at the post office, had different hustles, and he did everything to take care of my grandmother, right? And the family didn't even approve of it. It was like this weird shit, right? And my grandfather was telling me certain things, and I was like, damn, we don't realize a lot of black men go through a lot of shit, and then they don't have fathers. And then a lot of them succumb to the pressure. And it's a lot of lies. It's a lot of, keeping the baby away. And then the men get to the breaking point, and they dip. Doesn't make it right. That's wrong, too. But if they don't understand that, they have to weather that storm because the tomorrow is going to be better than today, but they don't have that wisdom. They don't have that tutelage, right? And nobody talks about that.
It's that thing, right? Like he just said, fellas. Like where every man got his breaking point. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree with him, but I think that's in all aspects of life. Every man got his capacity. You know what I'm saying? And his capacity may not be mine. Mine may not be his. You know, but every man had definitely got a capacity. All right, no man Superman. And some men fragile. All right, they can't take no kind of pressure. All right, and some of us, listen, we was built for that shit. All we want is pressure. But all I'm saying is this, fellas. You can't fault a dude who's not. You just got to recognize that. Because he still can contribute. But if you're going to make him feel like no matter what he do, it just ain't no way he gonna meet your standards of leaving him alone and letting him have some peace. Then he gonna go find some.
That's a lot of deadbeat mothers.
And you obviously have a certain disdain for your mom.
Right.
Would you equate the two? Because your father did, I guess, for whatever reason, choose not to be there, and your mom was obviously not a great mother.
She mean not a great mother. She wasn't a mother at all. My father chose not to be there. He was wrong for that. My mother chose to try to kill me multiple times while she was there. I was molested by my mother. We're not gonna swing past that. I was molested by my mother. My mother tried to make me overdose on Tylenol. My mother literally tried to throw me down an incinerator. My mother tried to suffocate me. My mother tried to starve me. Okay? So fuck all that. My pops is wrong because he bounced. All right, cool.
Have you met him?
Yeah. You know, but I'm saying it, I'm focusing on the mother because black women held to be.
Fellas, you notice how she keep trying to stir the conversation back to his dad? She don't want him to be talking about his mama because she don't want to sit there and listen to that. All right? Because listen, she want to get up here and talk about how it's the men. All right? And yeah, it is some of the men. All right? But listen to these ladies. It's none of y'all though, right? You see how we quick to take accountability? Listen, there's definitely some of the men. Some of these brothers need to do better, but some of them doing the best they goddamn it can. He deserved his too. Not to have some busted up hood rat chick who think because she got some job, she above him. That shit ain't gonna work because he'll be alone first because you the one that need all this company. He earned enough to get him two $20 bills and go get the same thing he gonna get from you, except it ain't gonna come with all the headache you come with. Stay your ass in the street or listen, we need women doing what they supposed to do. Not wanting to hear what they supposed to do. See, this young brother right here, he telling a story about how his mama, that word, abused him. She don't want to hear it. You know why, right? It make them have to sit here and take some accountability. And that's not what she came here for. She came here to talk about his father.
Hate to be held accountable. They hate to.
Do we?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, listen, and let me tell you something. I'm very well read. So I don't speak nothing. I'm not irrational. I'm not emotional. I'm very surgical with my information.
Do you feel as if the men, all men,
My whole message point is for us. What they did was they made the black woman hyper masculine, right? And made you and me is we're studs. We're gonna be in the field. We're handy, right? And I think, and I'm trying to kind of connect it all because he made a valid point, right? The government empowered Black women to strategically move the position of power from the Black man,
Remove the power from the Black man.
right?
Yeah.
So now the Black woman in that instance
Smash that like button for me, fellas. Smash that like button for me.
becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the Black man. Black women don't respect Black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot, so I'm trying to make it like simple, right?
I'm the boss here. Salute, Kiki.
Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually, and there's no empathy for Black men. There's no sympathy for Black men. You don't even love Black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass, and that's it.
Thanks.
Okay? So it's important that Black
Bro, look at her. She pissed.
men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that Black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay? Now, a Black man role is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
You're right.
So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around and you in that frequency, right?
Alpha what?
Man, right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off.
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy, and then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think, no, he's where he needs to be to take his place. And there's a lot of Black women that get it, and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive energy. You see? So now, for the Black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that Black man of who he is. She's informing that Black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead with the accountability first, and they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in, let her go. Don't beat on.
Yo, she going out of her mind right there, ain't she, fellas? She ain't supposed to cut him off.
Her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go. Literally let her go.
Yeah.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain Black women and I start talking. They can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
I go through it all the time, fellas.
Good. Bye.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of Black women are not used to a Black man that has confidence. A lot of Black women are not used to a Black man who.
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that Black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. I'm a op. I'm a blood. I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand what I.
Everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down Black communities. Now they're using music.
He got her getting drunk.
Right? As a way to break down the communities. Every time you turn on a song, eat my ass, my butthole is brown, all this, right? Everywhere you turn, it's
crazy.
Black men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women.
Consistently.
Like religiously.
Yep.
You see? So now, when you come around as a Black man and you know who you are, and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god. She's a goddess. I'm a god, though. I'm the
Bro, she just want to cut him off and start screaming at him.
original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you. It's not to be understood. And a lot of times, Black men, masculinity is application, not advocation. Black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? 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 I know I look good.
You see them eyes? She wanted to call him something, fellas. You know what she wanted to call him? One of them brothers from that LGBT. She ain't used to a confident black man. All right, she ain't used to a confident black man. That brother beautiful. That's a beautiful. They don't care. It ain't about that. We know it ain't about that. She needed to be about something else other than what it is, right? In the unification of our brothers. All right, no. She need to be able to tell you what to do. See, you can't sit next to her with the kind of confidence I got and she feel like she's superior to you. She need to be able to feel like she's superior to you. And sitting next to me, she ain't gonna be comfortable, bro, because I don't give a damn about her. She ain't gonna tell me nothing. She ain't gonna tell me a goddamn thing. And if she start talking too much, I'm out that door. All right, because listen, bro, I built my life so I can always go home. I don't gotta be nowhere I don't want to be. All right, I don't need her to do shit for me. All right, listen, fellas, that's why when you self-sufficient, that's all that matters. She need a millionaire, not you. Most women just appreciate a man who's self-sufficient. Trust me. All right, only when they get on the internet do they get brand new.
I'm not sitting here, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something, and that's a scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you listen, how can I have a family with you? How can I, like, think about it. Listen, you want to dress like a whore, you want to wear the pants, I gotta take care of everything, you got a roster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy? I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. Look. Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So you mean to tell? I'm not.
Bro, he on it, ain't he?
Saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying it. I'm generalizing, right?
In making generalizations, you use and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But
Okay.
You're saying you're not using you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all.
When I go talk in prisons, when I go talk to group homes, when I'm in the hood, I'm in the ghetto.
Bro, generalizations are fine. Generalizations are just fine. No, he talking about you. Yeah, he talking about you. Self-awareness through the floor. Yeah, she know he talking about her. All right, that's the problem she got. No, he talking about you, girl.
No, like I'm not just talking, I'm about that action. So anybody can, this is why I'm not just going viral because I'm just speaking out my ass.
And she know it.
Okay? Last week, I'm taking guns off hips. Yeah, I'm in the hood for real. I gave away $30,000 worth of sneakers in my projects. We got a code drive. We teaching black kids how to write code. We teaching little black boys how to be good with their hands.
I want everybody to understand what's happening right now. I think everybody's missing the point. The point is that you have to understand there's some people that you can't teach.
That's it.
That's it.
They're gonna hate you.
You can't.
They're gonna hate you. Yo, listen. They're gonna hate you. Look, let me tell you something. They're gonna hate you. Yo, listen. They're gonna hate you.
Look, bro, she one of them ladies that'll be following Dr. Umar Johnson. That's why he can't say stuff. All right, he got a panda. All right, because they go in their purse. You feel me? I take my ass to work.
And this is my message. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. I am unapologetically a God.
Yeah.
God is my father.
I feel you, black men of God. I feel
Sure,
everything.
we are.
Everything you say.
Straight up.
With what you said.
I love this.
What are the black women? What is a black woman to you?
Goddess.
How about that? A goddess.
A goddess.
The right,
No.
the right one.
Hold on.
A goddess.
Sure, the right.
Love black women. Let's be clear on that. I love black women.
Okay, so with all
Yeah.
that, with the 900 adjectives you gave the black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect
Happy.
goddess.
Listen.
That's my
You
question.
ever heard this slogan? Happy wife, happy life. You ever heard that?
That's not true.
Exactly. Happy man is God's plan. So yeah.
I
so
love that.
so look. Let's be clear, right?
Happy
And
man
this is the
God's
problem.
plan. I'm taking that.
Hold up, fellas. I got y'all. Just in case you ain't see the one from earlier.
So,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying? You give me your perspective.
Oh yeah, I have one.
Do you feel as if the men, all men, I'm not going to give it to black and white, but let's just say all men for now.
Let's talk black men. I don't.
Alright.
For me, like even with my tour, what I'm doing, right? Like by this time next year, I'm giving out reparations. I'm doing a lot in my community, right? And for black people. I don't care, but I'm talking about black people. My whole message point is for us. Now, when you talk about slavery, right? We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the Willie Lynch letter, right? We talk about, the black man is God, right? We talk about, the greatest soldier in a white man's army being the black woman and the black woman being the pawn. And then they figured out early on through slavery that because they were killing us, right? But they figured out if we get the black woman, or we get the whole joint. Okay, so
You know why? Go ahead. I want you to explain why, because I think it needs.
but I get to that, but I want to finish the messaging point, right? I like to keep it cohesive for myself.
She can't help herself from cutting them off. She want to jump out there and say, well, you let him. Yeah, he get ready to tell you why. And you ain't get ready to sit here and act like you ain't know.
Might forget a lot of information here. So what they did was they made the black woman hyper masculine, right? And they made you and me we're studs. We're gonna be in the field. We're handy, right? And I think, and I'm trying to connect it all because he made a valid point, right? The government empowered black women to strategically move the position of power from the black man.
Remove the power from the black man.
Right?
Yeah.
So now the black woman in that instance becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the black man, and then it becomes perpetuated over generations. So with slavery, what they did was they take us, they call it buck breaking. They do gang bang us, rape us, cut our balls off in front of the black woman, and then before they kill the black man, they'll make the black, after they did him dusty, they'll chain him up, right? Look, they'll chain him up, right? They'll chain him up, beat him within an inch of his life, and then unchain him, and then rape and do that to the woman. And then the woman is looking at the man like, come save me, but mentally he's dead. He doesn't even have no fight in him. So now she doesn't even have no respect for you. You fast forward to this generation, black women don't respect black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot, so I'm trying to make it like simple, right? Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually. And there's no empathy for black men. There's no sympathy for black men. You don't even love black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass, and that's it.
Thanks.
Okay? So it's important that black men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay? Now,
Bro, ain't no sense in stopping him. He ain't wrong yet. It ain't nowhere to stop him. Bro, he dropping science and she is heated. Yo, she smoking. She 38 hot, fellas.
A black man is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
You're right. I'm just giving it. And producer.
Right. I got you. You have what you want to put in, right? And
Fellas, she don't supposed to be cutting them off, but she can't control herself. You see, she can't even stop moving. Listen, she in the presence of a man. She uncomfortable. She need to be in the presence of simps where she can feel like she running stuff. She don't feel like that right now. She got shut up. You know that's killing her.
So I'm saying protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, right? Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. A woman's role is wisdom and balance. Okay? Now, the black man gets his provision. He gets his provision, right? From God. And what happens is there's a vibration. It's a lot. So I'm trying to make it simple, right? So How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration.
Bro, she don't really get that the more she smile and antagonize him, the harder he go. The more he start digging in her because she know he talking to her.
Vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around and you in that frequency, right? If
Alpha what?
man, right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off.
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy, and then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think, no, he's where he needs to be to take his place.
Yeah, he a man. It's called the man.
So I feel like black men need to disregard how black women feel about our masculinity and be more self-contained. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. I'm not sleeping on your couch. Don't give me no keys. I'm gonna get my own. I'm gonna go to God. And when you don't want to fit my program, bye. Go.
Thank you.
You're not needed. You're dangerous. I don't want to bear seed with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be your friend. I'm staying away from you. And there's a lot of black women that get it and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive energy. You see? So now, for the black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that black man of who he is. She's informing that black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Even if she's Oprah and he's broke, she's going to uplift him through the information. That's the first phase. The second phase is unconditional love. Unconditional. She's loving and she's loving, she's loving, she's loving. Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead.
She looking at him like that because she know that lady don't live in her.
With the accountability first, and they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. See,
Which comes off as disrespect and combative
all the time.
Yeah.
But again, this is why black men need to be in tune with self. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in and she just can't shut the fuck up, let her go. Don't beat on her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go. Literally let her go.
Yep.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some room.
That's why I tell you, fellas, don't be arguing with her. Don't go back and forth with her. Don't even start that. Don't even start that. Bro, that's how you end up in jail. Walk away.
Rooms, and I get around certain black women and I start talking, they can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Bye.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence. A lot of black women are not used to a black man who.
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. A lot of them.
I think it's
Because hold on, because I'm a nigga, I'm a op, I'm a blood, I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand
That's
this
what
is
I'm
for the
asking because
camera.
I don't.
I got you, but I'm saying it right. So you maybe you understand later, maybe you won't. It's okay.
Well,
I'm
no,
a op.
no, just hold on one second.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions because we have an audience.
No, for sure.
And I want our audience to understand what you're saying.
They do understand.
No, it's cool.
No, we understand, and so do you. And so do you. You just need to cut them off and catch yourself a break. And because you can't start yelling at them.
I know my audience. So what
Right.
I'm saying is that I just want you to kind of be responsive when I'm asking you so that we can have clarity when we do our clips. That's all.
The clips that make sense. I mean, I do this all the time. So I'm a op.
Okay.
That's how you do it. You don't let her tell you shit. You're not about to argue with her. You're not about to go back and forth with her. Get back to it.
Hey, sir.
I'm a blood. I'm a crip. I'm a scammer. I'm a jack boy. I'm a nigga. I'm a rat. I'm everything but a god.
everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down black communities.
Ghost Rider 870, salute to you, my brother.
Now they're using music, right, as a way to break down the communities. Every time you turn on a song, eat my ass, My butthole is brown. All this, right? Everywhere you turn, it's
Crazy.
black men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women.
Consistently.
Like religiously.
Yep.
You see? So now when you come around as a black man and you know who you are, and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god. She's a goddess. I'm a god though. I'm the original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you, it's not to be understood. And a lot of times black men, masculinity is application, not advocation.
With everything that you believe, do you think that we have to re-educate the black woman?
Hell no. Absolutely not. Listen, Noah's Ark, the ramp is up.
I agree with him 100%, fellas. You know why? Because it ain't no re-educating them. Some of them, fellas, we hear them talk. We know it's over for them. All right, and we know that's their problem, that they know it's over for them. But they poison to these young ladies. All right, listen.
And it's gonna rain, and a lot of sisters are gonna drown. Bye. Let me tell you something. I just told you in the beginning. Look, the greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. It's a lot of black women. Listen, it's a lot of brothers that lost their lives, that literally died, wasted time trying to build. Listen, did everything right. Got married, babies, listen, everything. And a woman set him up, got him killed, and took the money and ran with a Chinese man. You feel me? So, black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? 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 I know I look good. I'm not sitting here, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something, and that's a scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you, listen.
You see how he get that energy to other brothers? You feel me? That's what I'm talking about.
How can I have a family with you? How can I, think about it. Listen, you want to dress like a whore. You want to wear the
Now she pissed off at him too.
pants. You don't know when to shut up. You have no wisdom. You're not a nurturer. I got to take care of everything. You got a rouster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy? I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. I'm equivalent to this cup holster that she's having right here.
Another slave.
I'm cool. She can go.
Facts.
Fuck that.
I think you can re-educate.
Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So you mean to tell? I'm not saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying I'm generalizing, right? And black men need to have that. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all.
No, she don't supposed to cut him off. You see, can't nobody stop her. She need to say something. She need to stop him. She wish she could just start screaming at him, fellas, but she can't. She gotta shut up, and she don't even supposed to be doing this.
No. No, we are semantics.
Because a lot of black women say black men all the time.
No.
My name is Smart, not Sir.
Okay, Smart.
Thank you.
The thing is that in making generalizations, you use, and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But
Okay.
You're saying you're not using, you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all.
No, generalizations are good enough. And we don't need you to stop to say that BS. All right, look, we know what the stopping them was about. All right, generalizations are fine. He talking about you, girl. Yeah, you.
So I think the reason why
Only a hit dog is going to holler.
Okay.
I agree.
My name is Smart, not Sir.
Get him, youngster. Hey, fellas, my bad. I got caught up for a second. He was on the road. Look, fellas, you see, fellas, we all got our struggles. You feel his pain? Because I felt this pain, bro. You understand? Like, I appreciate what he took his pain and done with it. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. We power through it. Yeah, you gotta deal with your demons the way you deal with them. You can't let nobody tell you how to handle whatever you going through. Because what worked for him might not work for you. What worked for you might not work for him. All right, but that don't mean you ain't gonna work it out because you a man. You gonna work it out. You ain't got no other choice because we ain't taking no excuses over here. Look, fellas, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate your time. You know I love y'all. I'll be back soon. Still swinging out, fellas.